I am just making sure we're alive here. I'm Jason Sterling. Of course, we're building San Sequoia. We're building out San Sequoia. It does look like everything should be going fine. Let me double check our. Yeah, I want to check our volume here. Make sure. The other day, the volume wasn't working. It wasn't picking up any audio, but for now, it does look good. Okay. So here we are in San Sequoia. Now, I hadn't really planned on doing a live stream tonight, but I decided I was going to get home and jump in and do a little bit of building, at least for a little while. Kind of had this idea in my head all day for this particular lot over here, this one here. I've already done these 4 lots, and I did those before the pack actually came out, just in anticipation of what the pack was going to be and what would be needed. In this area, one thing I don't like and I haven't liked is the idea that you can see here, and we'll see even better when we go into build mode, it's a pretty built up area, right? I mean, it looks like a pretty, high density sort of area. And yet right on the waterfront, right on the best view, right in the best area, you've got this massive single family home on a gigantic lot, right? A 50 by 40 lot, which is pretty big for The Sims. And yet all around you, you have all this sort of more high density housing. And so that's one thing I actually don't like about this neighborhood. Kind of this town as a whole, it still feels very small town. And so even when we have all of this, right, all of this built up area, we've got not even suburban. I would call this more of a rural suburban, kind of like on the edge of a suburb where you would find larger lots, like 2-acre lots, stuff like that. It looks like that. So we're going to change it. So I've been thinking about it, and I'm thinking, okay, what would you really find here in downtown San Sequoia, right on the water? Well, you would find, at the very least, a townhome style development, right? Maybe even an apartment building. We're going to do a townhome style development here. But you might actually even find an apartment building here with first floor retail and maybe 4 or 5 floors of apartments above it. We're going, though, to do a townhome, and it's something I've kind of had in my head most of today. Kind of been thinking about it at work. I could not wait to get home, really give this a go and see what we have here. Now, before we get started, I will occasionally look over here at chat. I'll try to keep an eye on chat. That way, if anybody should drop in and have any questions or anything to say, I definitely do try to watch it. I'm a little late sometimes, but I try to watch it and I'll respond eventually, right? Now, what we're going to start here is we're going to start with our basic box. I'm going to pull this back about 6 spaces off the road. Now, this particular structure, these townhomes, are going to have off-road parking and a garage, a small garage. So there's going to be a garage for a single vehicle, but then you could also park a single vehicle here off of the sidewalk on a pad, right? That's kind of the way it's going to be set up. That way you'd have 2 vehicle parking. And we're going to draw down something about like, I don't know, probably like 6, 9, 12, maybe 15 spaces. And if I feel like we need more, I can add, a little more into it. I don't necessarily feel like we will, but maybe, right? Up here on the second floor, we're going to bring this out a little bit. I want to make it not entirely a square box. We want to give it some architectural interest, right? We want it to look like something modern, hopefully a little bit cool, a little bit cooler than just a box. So we're going to kind of bring this out here, like so, I think. And then I'm thinking, need to bring it out more like this. I want to have it even with that other side there, so it has a certain symmetry to it. And then we're going to bring it in a space here, because my thought is we're also going to do a little bit of a classic San Francisco look, or something that I think people think of as classic San Francisco when they think of it. And that is going to be, again, this garage will be here on the first level, and then we'll take like our stairs, and our doorway will actually be here on the second level with this long set of stairs, leading up from the ground up to the main living area, right? Right. Now we'll go ahead and leave that like that for now. Let's see here. Well, let's go ahead. Well, yeah, let's go ahead. We'll take in back here. I'll go back here and we'll go ahead and finish off our box. And then up here, I want to bring this back in kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that, right? Because my idea is to have this area right up front here, that to be a balcony, right? For probably the master suite. I'm not real set on that. And I'll tell you, part of the reason is because I don't know about the master suite really facing downtown as opposed to facing the water. Which way would you rather have it? I'd probably rather have it facing the water. So we're going to see. But this could be maybe a loft family room type area here with the balcony off of it. What we're going to do, though, for sure is go up here to this other level. And we're going to bring out, we're going to extend kind of a wall here. Two, like that. And then like that. Is that right? Yeah. So we're going to do that on each side. And again, this is just to give it a little bit of architectural interest, right? Because I don't want to just have, I don't want to just have, square boxes on here. I want to have something, something a little more interesting, something that looks a little more cool, right? And then all across this whole area up here, we're going to go ahead and create kind of a roof, so that our front is starting to look like this, right? I don't know that we need that, but sort of like that. And then our front door will be right here. And here on this bottom level, we are going to have an entrance as well, because we might do an income property here in the back, like a sort of small apartment, or it just may be convenient for people going in and out of the house sometimes to have a small kind of service entrance here at the bottom. So we're going to kind of notch that out for now. I do think we'll bring it out a little bit like that. And we will grab this sort of small wall. We're going to kind of wall it in a little bit for now, like so. Now I might go ahead and actually bring that out further, like this, or even like this. Let's do it like this. And then we've got more of a private kind of family entrance here, and a little bit, like I said, a sort of service entrance here at the bottom. We're going to grab some railings, and I am going to keep this build. This build is going to just be base game and the new Growing Together pack, right? So that's going to kind of dictate a little bit of what we have to work with. And we'll go like that for now, like so. Now, here in the back, I had this idea of doing something. I want to also make this a little bit larger, I think. So the first floor can be standard height. Top floor will be standard height. But I think this middle floor would go with, this middle height. Kind of give it a little bit more of a ceiling down there so it has a little more grandeur. And then we're going to bring out, not that much. We're going to bring out just this much of a bump out, right? Kind of a bay. We're going to do the same thing here, like so. And then my first thought is, and I might change this, we're going to see, my first thought is to do this, right? Pull this out and bring out this first floor, right? So that this kitchen area back here where we're going to put like a sort of eat-in dining area for the kitchen, it'll be kind of a two-story space. And we're going to use some of these new windows, of course, from the Growing Together pack, which are fantastic. They actually are really, really, really beautiful. I really, really like these windows. We're going to go ahead and take this one and we're going to lift it up and we're going to grab this one and put on top of it, right? So we have this sort of celestial space, a two-story space. We can put a large sort of grand chandelier here and have an eat-in kitchen space that's very brightly lit. And my thought is that there will be kids' bedrooms back here, but maybe not. We might do, like I said, the master suite, in which case we could do like this. So that window also provides light to the back of the master suite. And if we're going to do it that way, we'll probably need to put a fourth floor onto this particular tower, this particular townhome, which is fine. I mean, there's not a problem. We'll go ahead and stick it on there for now and see, if I end up liking it or not. I think I will do just kind of a plain tower sort of build for now. Where we could put, maybe even 3 bedrooms up there, 3 kid-sized bedrooms. Maybe. We'll see. I kind of like it better as a 3-story. I mean, I'll say that right off the bat. I kind of like it better as a 3-story, but I also want a certain number of bedrooms so that it's more of a family townhome. And in order to accomplish that, I'm afraid I'm going to need to have it be a little bit... Right? It would be nice if the surround, the metal part was the color of the metal part here, and this brown in the middle was the color of the door. And we don't seem to have anything like that. I mean, that's kind of close, but then we've got a white painted surround instead of gray. So I'm really a little bit at a loss. I guess we can go with that. And it's okay. It'll be okay. We'll go with that as an okay option. One thing I do think I might do here, though, real quick, is go ahead and put a platform up here. Kind of like so, to extend out. Come on. Oh, here we go. To extend out the cover for the front porch a little bit more, like that. And I think we'll grab a little bit of trim here as well. Like so. Put that here. And I also want to put it on the top part of this, like up here. So we'll need to put in some flooring here, right? We're going to put in some flooring here that will enable me to place, it'll act as a room so that I can place this trim, like so. I don't want that to go all the way around the middle, although I don't mind this here going all the way around. And up here, we're going to do the same thing, where we will have this trim go all the way around the building, like that. I do think we will do trim here around the front door, though, like that. Not too bad. That doesn't look too bad. Let's fill in that one. Like so. And then back here, we'll also do, I bet I have to put, whoops. I'm going to have to put a little bit of room here as well, all right? Put a little floor there and kind of mark that off as a room as well. So, trim. Okay, so this is kind of our start, right? This is our first townhome. We're going to do a line of townhomes across here. And you can kind of see as we're looking at this, like I said, this is going to end up being a townhome for a family, right? A whole family could live in that space. And even if I was thinking of just putting 3 of them on here, but even if I put like 4 or 5, maybe 6 would fit in this space, they're still going to have huge yards here in the back, even as it is. And especially for a downtown location on the waterfront. So I think that this is going to give us more of the look that we really should have for a downtown kind of Californian, San Francisco type of area. We'll drop down here a little bit. This is going to be our first main living floor, but down here I'm going to go ahead and mark off our garage. We have a 1-car garage here, like so. And we're going to mark off, we've got a place to come into the house here. I'm going to put in a small laundry area here. And then, or here, one or the other, either laundry here, right, and storage, or vice versa. And then here in the back, we'll put in stairs that will lead to the second floor. We're going to use the exact same type of stairs as we have out front. Whoops, come on. Let me see here. I have a devil of a time with stairs. I mean, eventually I get it there. Come on, there we go. Not like that, though. Like that. So we're going to take these stairs, swing them around, so that, you know, when people come in, and we'll probably put, I guess we'll put a door from the garage over here, right? Yeah. People come in, will come up like that into the first floor. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the wall under these stairs because I'm going to use the exact same type of stair up here, kind of floating above the space underneath it, the stairway underneath it. I'd like to bring it down a little bit, though. Let's move this forward some. Still not going to work. Let's try right here. There we go. We're going to do something like that. And then on this next floor, again, we're going to just grab another one of these, bring it up here. Come on. There we go. To take us up to this top floor with the kids' bedrooms, right? With the extra bedrooms in it. And more, I am kind of thinking that this will be something of a family room area with maybe a bath here and then the master bedroom back here, overlooking the dining area and the kitchen and a great view out to the water. Now on this floor, we're going to obviously have you come in, you're going to have a living area here. We could do a family room here, probably do dining here and then a kitchen back here with another dining area in it. Or something to that effect. One thing we could do is if we're going to have dining back here in the kitchen, we could put in some sort of office here, like a home office, that would be kind of nominally marked off from the rest of the unit, the rest of the sort of townhouse, the rest of the structure. And if we're going to do, let's see here, let's go ahead and mark off the kitchen. We're going to need a clear path, I feel like, coming from the front door back to the kitchen, right? So we're going to do a clear path. We'll do a wall here. And we could go ahead and do a wall on this side, but we're going to do a full wall on that side. like that. Might do a bank of cabinets here for storage. It also is not a bad area to have as an office. And once we start building this kitchen out, we may make it one more tile wider, especially since we are going to have an eat-in area. Excuse me. Especially since we are going to have an eat-in area there in the back, right? I need to look at that window in the back. I really don't like for windows to be too high, right? Now I'm going for a look here because I want those lined up. But if this is too high to see out of, I may have to adjust that look more like that, right? Because I don't want to feel like the window is shoulder height. I want it to feel like the window's down by your waist, you know, the edge of the window so that Sims can see outside. Now, do the Sims care? The Sims do not care. The Sims themselves are not concerned with that, but I am. So that's what we're going to do. First, though, we are going to look through here and see what kind of furniture we have for the dining room, especially in our new pack, in our Growing Together pack here. Let's see what we have. I'm not super, I've looked at these before, and now that I see them again, I'm kind of remembering how I'm not real super fond of them. This is not too bad. That's a nice circular table. I'd rather do something longer, and we do have this. I don't know, there's something about it, though, that just seems kind of odd to me. It just has a really, we're going to call it distinctive look, right? It has a very distinctive look. And almost too distinctive. I may use it for now. Kind of put these chairs around it. But I'm just not in love with that table. I'm not in love with any of the tables from this pack. You got this really long one too, you know. Tables are groovy. I guess maybe it's supposed to be retro. Is that the idea? And that's because tables are groovy, right? Sounds a little retro. So maybe that's the idea. But we're going to go with it. You know what? We're going to make it work, right? We're going to go ahead and go with it and try to make it work. I'm going to make this kitchen, though, a little bit bigger because there's no way we're really going to fit in an eat-in table like that and all the stuff we need around here for cooking. And then let's see what kind of, now I know we have great kitchen stuff. Let's say that. At least when it comes to the fridge, this is one of my favorite fridges in The Sims. Absolutely adore it. I love it so much. I can't even get over how great it is. Every time I see it, I say all over again, oh my God, that is such a great fridge. And it is. And the matching stove is really great. I mean, I love the appliances. I do wish we'd gotten some more kitchen cabinets. Naturally, I mean, I always wish that we'd gotten more of just pretty much everything. But that fridge, sorry, I'm typing here. That fridge and that stove are fantastic. We're going to put it there for now. And let me put one more cheat in here. Like so. That'll come in handy when we are working with base game stuff, especially, and we're trying to decorate this place. Now for a stove, we're going to get the matching stove to this, which again, it is just gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my God. That is it's the most gorgeous set I've ever seen. It really gives me pretty serious like William and Sonoma vibes. You know, it just looks like something that you would find in one of their stores. It's what it looks like to me anyway, right? Let's pull up base game so we can take a look at our kitchen cabinets here. We've got a lot of choices in base game. Well, or a few choices in base game. I want something modern. I'm going for more of a modern look. This, of course, doesn't really do it. This kind of does, but I don't believe there's upper cabinets that'll work for that. And then we have trusty, right? We have the Harbinger counter, which is what I consider old trusty, right? I've used it a lot. Everybody's used it for a lot. We have kind of a yellow version there. That orange. There's nothing that I think is really going to match the table or necessarily the appliances, though. I do like the vault stuff. The vault stuff is very cool. I'm not sure that I really think of it as modern. I mean, I do, but more of an industrial modern. But that may be kind of where we find ourselves, right? Because I'm thinking like that. That's what I'm thinking right now. I'm also thinking that I don't love the chairs at the moment. I might change. What I could do is maybe change the color of the chairs. Maybe that'd give me some more options. I don't know. Let's leave them for now. Let's leave them. But I do, if I wanted to use white, I could maybe change the chairs white. That kind of blend it all together. Let me put that there for a minute. Let's take a look at these appliances. What kind of colors do they come in? We've got orange. And that's kind of a pretty orange. I mean, kind of up against it. Let's see here. We could do white. Kind of a dreamsicle kitchen, maybe? Would that work? Maybe. Maybe it might work. And then we could do this stuff in a sort of... The gray is kind of pretty. The gray does look kind of good. And it seems to match okay for now. Okay, so let's go with that. We'll take that out. And... oh man, which color did I choose out of all those? There we go. Let's pull it up like that. And we're going to put in all of our extra kind of cabinetry over here against this wall. Like that, and like that, and like that. Now, my thought is also we could go ahead and put in a bar along here, right? But do we need a bar around there? We have an eat-in kitchen. And I don't know that we need a bar around there. I mean, at the end of the day... probably we don't. Probably we don't. But it also feels like something we just probably should have. One thing I could think of that it would be great for is if you had a party, right? So if you had a party in this house and you were doing some entertaining, that's what I use my bar for in the kitchen is why I think that. Because I have a bar, I never eat there. I have a table like this right next to it in the breakfast room, so there's not really any call to use a bar, right? But when I do have parties, when I do have people over, and I do have parties, then I do use it a lot. Because I'll put food out on it and drinks out on it. And I actually do kind of use it as a bar. So there have been times I've hired a bartender. If I hire a bartender, he can stand on this side and actually serve drinks over it like a bar. Right, right. Let's throw in some lighting real quick just so it's easier to see as we build here. I'm not really planning on using these kind of puck lights, but they are really handy for brightening up a space. So we've got a good map of our kitchen here, right? Kind of a good layout. We can grab some upper cabinets. I don't know if I want to... I guess we'll put one across there. I don't really know that I want to leave that. But for now we will, and then we'll put one up here. Like so. And then on this side, we've kind of got just a large... For now, we're going to do like a large kind of bank of cabinets. But, you know, at the end of the day, I might come back around and put like some sort of kitchen desk there, some sort of kitchen office. I just don't know if that's as necessary as maybe it used to be. I think most people have a computer in their bedroom, and there's a computer in the living room, and a computer everywhere. So you really don't need that. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and put it there. And we're going to kind of frame in this space. Like so. And let's go ahead and grab our railing here. Like that. You know what, though? If we're going to use that railing, maybe we should use that same sort of railing instead of this pony wall. Ooh, that's the wrong color. Let's see here. So like that, maybe. That is okay for now. I might change the coloring on that since we're getting so much white. You know, that does come in white. And on the inside here, maybe it would be better to do a white take on it instead of that dark, right? White looks a little wonky to me, but we're going to roll with it. And then the stairs kind of beg as well to be looked at, because with that white railing, I don't know if I want to leave them as brown. Maybe we should also take those white, like so. But I don't really want to OD on the white, you know. I don't want to get too crazy with it. We could do that, which is a little... And let's leave it at white for now. Let's leave it at white for now, and then I'll come back later, kind of make a decision on that. So we've got everything starting to get mapped out, right? We're going to go ahead and... One thing I think we'll do, I don't know, this could be a bad decision, but I think we'll put this, well, if I put the stove there, then I don't have a vent hood. My thought is to put the stove here, and then while you're cooking, you could talk to people at the bar, right? Again, do the Sims care about any of this? Not one single bit, but I feel like that would be more natural, you know, more in keeping. And then we could put a sink over here with a dishwasher. I don't know. For now, we're going to leave the sink here on this side. I might change my mind on that. I mean, I definitely am thinking about it. It's definitely something in my head, like, hey, you know, would it make more sense to have a sink there or the stove? And I'll tell you why I think that, because really with myself, I spend more time at the stove than I do at the sink. When it's time to do dishes and stuff, I mostly just put them in the dishwasher. So I'm not standing over the sink like washing dishes for a long time. It's a real quick, maybe like 10 minutes, rinse, drop in the dishwasher. But when you're cooking, you are kind of there for a long time, you know? So that's definitely a consideration, I think. But we'll see. We'll see what kind of where that goes. I don't know. Now, we're going to map out, let's go ahead and map out our home office. We're also going to put like a coat closet here. Call that a coat closet area. Now, one thing about kind of mapping out a home office, my first thought was to put a wall here, right? I'm going to put a wall here and do built-ins and blah, blah. But again, I'm looking at this thinking, do I really want to block off the view from the kitchen through these front windows? And I really don't. And we're going to do a window here by the door too, by the way. But yeah, I really don't want to block that off. So let's take a look at our column options and maybe do a column there. Maybe something like this, you know. So we would have maybe here and here. That might be too much. We might not need that much of a home office. And then, you know, if you're here in the kitchen, it does kind of delineate that space, right? It says this is the home office area, but you can still kind of see out without any obstruction. So, or at least not as much. You have these columns to look around. Of course, the Sims don't, because if you get too close, they disappear for the Sims. But in real life, that's the way it would be. So there we go. I do have a question about maybe not using built-ins here. We could take these bar pieces out. We have some desk here with growing together. We got something like that. It's actually not too bad. I don't mind that much. Let's take a look at that. That almost looks built in. Almost, kinda. It definitely has a certain kind of cool look to it. And then we could go ahead and maybe put some shelves above it, right? Let's see here. We're going to get some stutter there. As you can see, that intersect stutter. That's okay. I'm going to come in later with the tool mod and fix that. So, which if you don't know, and if you've never watched me before, the tool mod, you can go in and make, say, this second piece, this second shelf, make it 1/100th of itself smaller, right? So instead of being its full size, it's 0.999 of itself. It's just that much smaller. And then it will no longer intersect. Technically, it will not be on the exact same spot as that other shelf, so the stutter will go away. So we might do that, or we could maybe do like this, right? And just put in shelves like that. For now, I might put shelves like that, and then later, if I change my mind, I'll put in I'll come back with the tool mod and do something else, you know, fix the stutter on it. Now, as far as chairs go, we've got this sort of stuff. I do like this chair. Now, this is one chair I really do like, and it has orange with it, which is kind of cool. In fact, now that I look at it, maybe we take out these chairs and use those orange ones, right? I wonder, let me look again here at the tables, because does this come in a pure white? It does come in, well, no, I don't know. Does that look pure white to anybody? No, it doesn't look pure white to me. I would like to have something in a pure white, and I bet the base game has something. Let me take a look here at base game and see what we've got. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. Here we go. We'll put the base game on here as well. Let's see here. We could use something like this because it's pretty white, you know, the bottom of it. And it might fit better. Let's see here. We're getting a little bit more of a cohesive look that way with the orange and the white. So I'm going to go with that for now. We're going to call it good. We've got our office kind of mapped out there. We could use some of these, some sort of bar stools. I don't think, were there any new bar stools with this pack? Yeah, there are. There's these. I don't really see anything with an orange, and I don't see, I mean, that's kind of white, kind of a pure white. Gray white, not really pure gray white. But if we wanted to keep the orange going, we could maybe go with that. It's not really the same color orange. It's kind of close. We've got this piece, which is an add-on. Now that is white, so that works pretty well. No, not that. Let's just go with this. I mean, it is, I think it's going to at least be white, right? So it'll kind of tie in with everything else for now. I don't love it. Now, let me put it that way. I don't love it. I would rather do something else. So if I end up with a third accent color, I might come back and change that. I mean, I like the style of it. I just don't want everything in this place to be white and orange, right? I don't want it all to be white and orange. So I don't know. I have to figure something out. Now let's move the baby. Baby who's not an infant yet. He's still a little baby in that suite. Let's move the baby. And take a look here at our options. This is going to be kind of our living area. It's not super big, right? So we might want to do an auxiliary type of living area back over here with an entryway kind of there. As I said, we do have a coat closet here. So we'll need a door for that. We'll need to put in some sort of door that will act as a coat closet. There's another door, this is my other good old trusty door. It's like the one that just always works, right? It's just a great, plain, modern door that fits all occasions. So we could do it in white, or we could try to match the front door. That's a hard call and one that we will make later, right? Right. Over here, what I really want to do is use the sectional furniture, but we can't use the sectional furniture because it's not base game and it's not growing together. So in the version that I upload, I'll have to do something else, but I will probably come back and use sectional furniture in this area when it is time for me to use it. This is the new thing with the pack. Now, let me tell you, this is the thing I don't like that makes me crazy with Maxis. This. Throws thrown on stuff, pillows thrown on stuff, and mostly because that turns it into a very specific style, right? And I mean, even though I love this sofa, I do really like this sofa a lot. I would never put a throw on it like this. I would never use these tasseled pillows. It just does not fit my style at all. And so I'll end up probably never using it. Well, not never. Never's a long time, but most likely it will be only in very specific builds, right? So it's going to be in a boho type of build, maybe something like that I just don't do that often. And this is another example too. You've got this sofa, and it's got these pillows on it. And it turns it into a really specific look. Plus, you've got kind of a mismatched cover, you know, on the cushion, which makes it, like I said, it looks a little boho. To me, it looks kind of like a thrift store find. Looks like something you can find at the thrift store, right? So, I don't know. I do like it. I like it except for the pillows and except for that throw on it. I want to take it out. Let's look at love seats. I use this a lot when I'm doing base game builds. I do like it. It's got a good look to it. We've only got this for love seats. You know, that's modern, though. I will say that. Now, it would be modern to have a living room with that sort of seating, right? It's almost like a doctor's office or something. But, let's not do that. Let's look at this. Now, this, I'm going to say right now, this is one of the exceptions I do make to the pillows on the sofa. For one thing, it's got kind of a pillowed back. And for whatever reason, I do like these. And we could use these here. It could liven the place up a little bit. It's got a little bit of orange in it. And maybe green could be our third color, right? So that we could fall back on throwing some green into some of this space. And it's got kind of a matching chair that goes with it. Let's take a look at our chair options. Now, I do like this chair from the new pack. I like that right off the bat. That is, I've used it already in some stuff. A lot of these colors, though, are not my favorite. And we have this little rocker chair. Does it come in green? Let's see. No, I don't see a green there. And then we got this thing. I don't really like this. That's going to be it. That's what matches the sofa, I guess. Again, it's got a look, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, that's a look. That is definitely working a look. It's very retro. It's kind of retro looking. I'm going to take that off. Now, this chair here does match kind of this sort of suite of furniture, right? It comes in a nice green that matches the rest of it, and I do like it. I've used this suite of furniture maybe too much in my life in The Sims, but I do like it. It's got a good look. I could pull that there maybe. So yeah, let's go with that, and then let's find some tables and see where we could kind of go from there. That's about all we need to map out, you know. That's good. I do like that. That's very cool. Very small, isn't it? Finally, a small end table. I do like that. Let's see what kind of colors it comes in. What have we got going here? Kind of a green. Got that, and that. This does kind of match where we are. Matches that color a little pretty well. And what can I say? I just like it. I like the fact that it's kind of diminutive like that. It kind of definitely shrinks down. Is there a coffee table that matches that? I hadn't seen that end table yet within the new pack. So it's a little bit of a surprise to me. The new coffee tables are not like that. So if we're going to use a coffee table, we'll have to look here with base game as well. I kind of like this. I mean, I like this sort of funky style like that. Looks like an old, you know, card catalog from like a library from like a million years ago, before they had a computer, right? And that does look super cool, but I don't know. We have this. This is not bad. Let me see here. Oh, that's kind of pretty, actually. And it comes with a clear. Got a yellow. Ooh, that's pretty too. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I don't know. I like it. It is pretty. But I don't know if it... I don't know if it's the right tone for the rest of this furniture. In fact, I'm pretty certain it's not. So take that out. Just take it out and call it good. So, I'm just not seeing a coffee table for here. So we're not going to use a coffee table, at least for now. Unless something somehow ends up kind of grabbing me, we're going to just call it good. Now we've got our office, our living room, our dining area, our kitchen mapped out on this second level. What are we going to do here? This is the big question. What are we going to do here? I need windows that are going to match these windows, right? I need something that's going to kind of tie in, at least to some extent. I'm going to take the base game off for now and see what we've got. These, of course, are going to be way too big. They're not going to fit. I could bring this out like this and make a smaller balcony up front, and then they would fit, right? Like so. But I don't really like that, so let's put it back the way it was. See if we can just find something. I do really like these new windows that have come with this pack. They are, like, that's somewhat modern, you know? I mean, it's not, it's craftsman. It has a craftsman look to it with the lines, with this leaded sort of insert to it. But I think that it also kind of fits a modern aesthetic to some extent. Now, if we're going to use that as a balcony, though, probably should be putting in sliding glass doors. Let's go down here. Look at these super tall ones. Those are actually too tall. Let's go. Let me filter this real quick. Okay, we've got these more regular size ones. You could do like that and like that. It'll let in a lot of light, and it does, I don't know if it, let's see if there's any sort of color that actually matches the window down below. I mean, not really. There's really not. I could maybe get away with that or that. This is going to be a tough one. Let's see here. That's pretty close, but then it's in red. How about this? That's very close. It's very close to at least the interior color. So let's go ahead and go with that. Let's go with that color. It is not ideal, but it is close enough, right? We're going to call it close enough. And then over here, we could do maybe something. Don't know. This might come in the, does it come in the right, kind of comes in the right color. The thing that's going to bug me is the front door is not going to match. But we're going to wait on it. I can always swap the front door out with the sliding glass door. Can always do that. That would be okay. Let's take a look at this option again. It just feels to me like a lot of this doesn't match great. And it's one of the reasons why I almost would rather just go through and just use every pack. I'd have a lot more choices to kind of match things up. Like some of the eco living stuff might match just pretty well. But as most people are aware on the gallery, it is super hard for people to find anything because they'll match, they'll mark just the packs they have. And so, it may never get seen by the vast majority of people because of the windows. So we've got that. But, it just isn't. It is not really grabbing me. Do. I'm really surprised this front door doesn't have like options to match the windows. Guess we can go with that for now. I wanted to put some windows in, but I gotta be honest with you, I really don't like it. I really don't like that. So we're gonna take them out. We're not gonna use those windows. I don't like the way that looks. It looks just kind of hodgepodgey. It looks kind of junky. It looks like I found a bunch of windows at like Habitat for Humanity. They usually have a store of like leftover stuff. And it looks like I went there and bought a whole bunch of stuff and then, just stuck it in there. I'm going to take that out too. I can already foretell probably I'm going to end up just like dropping using only certain packs or something like that because it's just not, it's just not gelling the way I want it to gel. So do like that. I like the front of it a lot, but I just don't like the pieces I have to work with in this setup. So let's take that out. Take that out. Maybe that's not too bad. Maybe the way it's looking there. Let's leave it for now. And then let's look over here, see what we can add for windows on this first floor. Now, we could go ahead and maybe use this with our office, maybe. And especially since we have, a corner unit, which has the side windows. I think we'd want to have a lot of windows. Could maybe do extra windows in the kitchen as well. Maybe something like that. And that, right? Now, with that being the case, probably take these shelves off. But that gives us a ton of light. Now, I will say that. I mean, it opens the space up. Take that out. Take that out too. Because what I want is not for that. I don't want that bar to intersect the window. It doesn't look entirely realistic, and we can just stick an extra bar stool there on the end. Could almost do like that. I don't think the Sims will use it though. I think it intersects too much, but we could almost do that. Put an extra one there. It's a great view. I will say that. Very pretty view. Super nice. We're going to pull this back just a little bit off the window. Okay, so that's not too bad. Those windows used in that fashion. And the only thing I don't like about them on the upper floors is just that they take up, I don't know, their footprint feels really, really big to me. So that said, let me look at it here and see kind of what we've got. We are going to have to do some sort of roofing on this of some sort. So probably go with the flat roof, very typical sort of modern flat roof, right? Like so. Back like that. And like that. And then, of course, on this side, there'll be another townhouse. So we don't need to extend it off to the side like from that side. Okay. So what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Okay, this is what we're working with. You know, it's not too bad. It's not. I like it better now. I like it a little bit better now. Now, one thing I might do is I might go ahead and take these windows here, put them like that, right? A little bit more of a modern look. One thing I should probably look at is how many bedrooms am I going to have on the second floor? Because at the end of the day, window placement is going to make a big impact on that decision. And I could just do 2 larger bedrooms on the second floor, and that'd be a 3-bedroom townhouse, right? And what if we did a bedroom like this and a bedroom like this? So we've got 2 equal bedrooms here. In the middle, we could have kind of a loft area where they could hang out, right? So it's kind of a kids area to hang out, watch TV, have friends over, stuff like that. And then maybe do an ensuite for each bedroom. Is that too much? Don't know. No, it's probably not too much. So I don't want to eat up too much real estate in the room itself. And we could do a shared bath over here, right? For now, I'm going to mark it off in the bedroom and just wait and see. We can do a really like small ensuite bath, right? But it's still kind of luxurious because it is a private bath for a kid's room. We'll do like, kind of a closet here and a closet over here. And when you enter, you have like a toilet, a sink, and a shower, right? And one of these could serve as a guest bath so that a door, drop down here, grab this door. The door could go from here to here, and from here to here, right? Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And if the bathroom seems too small, maybe once I get the room kind of mapped out, we could make the bathroom a little larger. The room itself doesn't have to include a lot of space to do stuff because we've got this huge space out here. But for now, let's keep a small bathroom. Let's just roll with that idea. We do have this great new shower, though, combo, right? I guess we could do one version of each bathroom. We could also do that. We could do one version of each bathroom and we'll see what we like best. Let's take a look here. White and gray and brown. Looks like that's kind of a green, I guess. There's more of a white that actually matches the subway tile, and then I could use that on the walls. So let's do that. Although the green is pretty. Green is pretty. Let's do white for now. The rest of this house is white. This is going to be like the white house, right? Let's pull up some base game toilets here. Like that. And we'll pull up our growing together tiles. Oh, we've got this. This looks cool. That actually is really pretty. Let's go with that for now. I mean, again, the color is super pretty. I don't know if it's going to match anything, right? But it is really pretty. I like it in this kind of gray. Let's leave it with the green for now and pull up our flooring here. The only reason why I'm not anxious to go with green with this tub and the sink is that I don't really want it to clash with the toilet, right? I don't want it to clash with the toilet, but actually that green kind of clashes with the tile anyway. Let's leave it at white. But we have a full-size bath now with our kids' bedroom, place for the closet, and then over here we could do just, say, a shower. Shower, toilet, and sink. And maybe since he has a smaller bathroom or whoever's in this bedroom, they don't have to share. We'll say they don't have to share to make it fair, right? They don't have to share their bathroom with guests because they got stuck with the smaller one. Put that there. And then what have we got for showers? We'll do the good old crystal box shower stall in white. There we go. So then we have like a smaller bathroom there for that bedroom and a great area up top here to hang out, right? Do, do, do. I do kind of feel like maybe this could have more windows, but I'm afraid from the front it's going to look, not great. For now, I am not going to do it. We're going to leave it just like that. 3 windows is probably enough for this room anyway. I mean, it's not a conservatory. It's not a greenhouse. Now, down here, we've got the master bedroom area. Now, I guess we could do this entire floor as a master suite. Some sort of master retreat, right? Or, as I already kind of commented, we could do a sort of family room up here and a master suite. I think we will do a sort of combo. So what we're going to do is when you come off the stairs, right? You come upstairs, got this set up here and this set up here. And this goes back here to this sort of open loft area, right? And we'll take out that wall. And the open loft area is kind of a living area for the master retreat, but it's more open to the stairs so that if the kids and the family and stuff are coming up there, that's fine. This is the more private area of the master retreat where we'll put mom and dad's bed with a fantastic view, right? Super cool. And then maybe a bathroom over here in this area and a closet. in this area. In fact, we could go ahead and mark that off. We could do kind of a pretty nice size walk-in closet and bath area like this. So we'll have the closet here. We'll have the bath area here. We could put a bed, you know, here, and then kind of an area to come out here onto this balcony. That seems a little high to me. I think legally that's probably how high it has to be, but I'm going to lower it a little bit for the Sims because I think that looks a little more normal. We'll go with that. And then as far as doorways go, let's go up here. Let me grab a couple of doors. We could do a door like right here and another one down here for our master suite. This gorgeous windows. Then we'll go ahead and put a door here that leads into the closet and right here for the bathroom. But the bathroom would also be kind of open to the closet area so that you can easily go back and forth. The only problem with that, though, is I do need enough wall space to have a bathroom. And I think we do. If I do that for kind of a commode area, and I make that not quite so fact, I'm going to move it to here and here. Then maybe we're going to have enough wall space to kind of get away with doing it that way. But maybe not. Let me think about this. Okay, so I need a bathroom for adults for the mom and dad of the house. Okay, so maybe we can do this. We will put a toilet closet right here. We're going to put the closet here, right? We're going to take out that door. We're going to put the the new tub enclosure here against this wall. Oh boy. So maybe something like that, right? Maybe. I'm not certain that a walk-in closet will work in that space, but what we could do is we could move the stairs a little bit, right? Because let's move it by one. Will it move one? Can't intersect fences. Oh, okay. Hold on. We actually. Oh, I thought I deleted that. Okay. Now that I know there's no more stairs, let's try this again. Here we go. All right. And then we're going to go up here and we'll put this one in like so. And then we'll go up here. Put that one in like so. Oh, I don't need that one. Never mind. Okay. So did that help? Oh, I think so. Well, oh, I see what the problem is. It's not actually. Hold on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. This is a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be when I first started deleting things, thinking, oh, that's no big deal. Let's just switch these stairs back a little bit. Okay. What's in the way here? I don't know. Let's move these walls. Make sure nothing is in the way as I'm trying to do this thing. Okay. Thank you. Now, we want to do it like that. That's what I'm trying to do. Yes. Okay. And then we'll go up here. We'll put it like that. Okay, finally. Was that harder than it needed to be? I made it harder than it needed to be. Let's see. And then what we'll have when we do that is then we're going to have the ability to make this quite a bit larger, right? So now we can go in here quite easily, take that out, and we'll have a walk-in closet that can go all the way around here. So that whole space can be utilized. And we will have, a closet for our toilets, right? Closet for the toilet. And we could even go maybe down like that. We're going to leave it like that for now. But we've got our closet now mapped out, right? Got a place in here for the bed. The only thing I can say that I might do is I might bring this back like that. Or even like that. To make the bedroom a little bit bigger, because this would be more than enough room, this L shape here, for a walk-in closet, especially for the Sims. And then we're going to have a little more options here with what we can do with our master bedroom, part of our master retreat. So that's good and mapped out. Now down here on the bottom level, of course, we have a garage. I don't really have a great set of... doors to use for the garage. Not really. So for the moment, I'm not going to put anything there. I think I'm going to make this a little bit shorter even still. I want that to be a balcony, but at the same time, it's got to fit kind of spatially enough. Like it's got to fit what I'm looking for. We've got that. And then here at the back, I guess we could put in some windows on this bottom floor. I do really like that triangle window there, but I might save it for another build in this setup and just do another one of these, because I'm not sure with the floor above it and the windows around it that it looks correct. It looks a little off to me. If we were going to try to make this an income producing sort of suite, which let's pretend we're going to do that, or maybe someplace where an older child lives who, is going to college or has moved back home after college for a little while, kind of getting himself settled a little bit. This is a pretty good space for that. I mean, we have a lot of room here. Can quite easily do a bathroom like right here. Got kind of an entry area and then a kitchen here with a sort of dual bedroom, living area. One thing I would like to do, though, is let's take that out. What I'm going to do is put the bathroom back here. I'm going to make this the entryway, right? And we're going to add a little... No, I don't think we need to put a wall there. We might put a wall here. Then you just go around that to get into the bathroom. And then we can put the bed here. And it'd be a little more private here, because we could go in and put in kind of a half wall, like so. And then when we put the bed here, one person enters from this side, one person enters from this side. And so it provides a little bit of privacy from this main living area, but doesn't really impede the space entirely. The one thing that would be missing would be a closet. But one thing we could do for a closet would be to go here like this right off the door, put a closet in. That way you have someplace to store stuff when you come in. Here's the door to the bathroom. We've got kind of our bedroom area, and then here we could do a nice little tight kitchen and sort of a living area. So you're going to have a pretty good little apartment. Now it's small, but hey, look, you're living downtown, right? So you're probably lucky to have it. Looks like downtown Willow Creek over there. So I think that will work. Put in a door here, put in a door here. Here's the bad thing. I don't think I'll have to put a dresser or something here and take out that wall. Simply because I keep thinking in terms of the get together closets or the closets from Dream Home Decorator, neither one of which can I use to upload to the gallery since this is base game and growing together only. So we'll have to do something like that there. One thing I might do here is do a little office here, like a desk by the windows. And then, let's see here. I mean, this is a rental, right, that we're doing, or for a kid, right? It's kind of a basement apartment. So my thought is not to use these really cool ice boxes, right? Even though I want to. We're going to go ahead and use like the adequate, right? Put the adequate icebox here. We're going to put an adequate stove. That's actually Cooking You Pro. We're going to put that here. And then we'll do some kitchen cabinets, right? I'm going to do a nice enough cabinet. You know, I don't want it to be too cheap. Use that. Well, maybe. That's kind of cool. Let's use that. So we've got a pretty good sort of little basic kitchen there. I mean, in reality, probably you wouldn't have this cabinet, right, in this sort of apartment. But I'm doing it here just to make sure the Sims have someplace to make food, right? Just in case so there's no routing issues. Because we are going to put a sink here. So they're going to be using that to wash dishes. They might need that for prep. I'm trying to decide if there's a better way to set this kitchen up. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's fine. Here we can do kind of a little living area. We're going to throw in kind of just like really anything we'll kind of do here. Again, being a rental. So let's go with we've got gray cabinetry. So maybe with the gray here, maybe. Put in this kind of gray love seat. Maybe a white chair. And then we could put our TV here on the wall. And because he's like a young adult or a teenager, we'll put TV in here too. He needs lots of TVs. So we'll do that. And one thing I might do is go ahead and move this here. Put that kind of like right here. Move this over. And then I think we might be able to fit in a small eating area here. That's what I think. Let's take a look here at what we've got to work with. It's kind of tight, but again, this is that sort of apartment, you know, maybe this person, you know, was trying to fit stuff in. I also think that with this sort of apartment, you know, some of this stuff like that, right? So you've got room here now for 4 people for dinner. But maybe when you're not actually having 4 people for dinner, maybe the owners let you store some of that stuff over here in the storage unit or the storage area, or maybe you tuck it over here by this wall to kind of get it out of the way. So you could put like these 2, you know, over here or something. Kind of like that, right? And most of the time, maybe you just use those 2 to eat. And we'll grab a quick bed and throw it in here. There is this new bed. Let's see what this one is. Got gray and black. Kind of plain looking. I mean, it's fine, though. I don't mind that too much. It's got kind of a weird sort of wicker headboard on it. And the black sheets with that brown wood are a little different. I kind of like it better with that, maybe. So much of this just feels like total thrift store finds. But maybe that. It doesn't match anything else in the apartment. We don't have to use that, though. We don't take that out. We could always go with, again, I consider this kind of old trusty, right? Because we could put this in here and we could go with the gray and black scheme on it. Like so, or even like that, maybe. Let's go like that. And one thing that's kind of cool to do with this is, in order to create sort of a modern headboard looking light. Oh, maybe I can't do it. If I was using all the packs, I could do it. There's a light that will fit in here. It looks like it's kind of built into the headboard when you put it on the wall. I'm not using all the packs, and I don't think there's anything else that really does that. I mean, it kind of does a little bit. So that kind of does, but it's not really. Not really. Let's try this one. That gives us a little bit of underbed lighting there, a little modern touch. But again, that's not really what I was talking about. And the light I need to use is not part of either one of these packs. So we're not going to do it. Let's take a look at this maybe. That might work. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, so that is our little income producing apartment there. $2,000 a month within walking distance of the movie theater and your job. We will leave it there for now. Here in the bathroom, I'll just do a tub here on this wall, toilet and sink. So pretty simple, pretty typical. Some sort of dresser here for clothing. And then we would have naturally a door here, and a door here, and a door here for storage, a door here. So you have more privacy coming and going to this apartment. And that is pretty much our first build out of this first townhouse. Now, like I said, I originally planned to do a string of like 3 of these. I think I'll do 4 just to keep it real. Let's keep it looking real. Down here, we are going to have to figure out some way of, now that I think about it, we need some way to fit in a door so that we can get from the kitchen out here or from here out here. We may have to do it from this point, do stairs down. Take that out. Like so. So we could do it like that, and we could put, you know, a nondescript sort of door, plain wooden door right there. And we'll grab the stairs we've been using, and we can put them here. So we have a way of kind of, you know, getting downstairs, right? And then here in the backyard, we're going to have pretty much a full wall, you know, kind of dividing. Like that is really a full wall, dividing, you know, the 1 yard from the next, so that you have a lot of privacy here. And I would say even up here, we're going to bring it out a little bit further. Again, just for privacy from the other side. Maybe. For now, that's what it's going to kind of look like. And then we're going to have kind of this, bring this all the way out. Like so. And I guess on this particular unit, again, we could say, well, this is an end unit, right? So we're going to go ahead and you'll have this side yard too that you can kind of come and go from, and maybe even 2 places to park a car. I mean, there's a place in the garage and then 2 concrete pads maybe out here for parking a car, and then a little side yard that leads back here to your backyard. And like I said, that's actually a pretty big house. It's a pretty big house and it's a pretty big yard. And by and large, you'd be pretty lucky just to have this downtown. The area I live in, in Oklahoma City, there's a district called the Wheeler District. And something like this would probably be $750,000, you know, and maybe not that good. Maybe not this good or this nice. So I think that it's a good start, right? It's a good start. We're going to bring in our other sort of townhouses along here. But for now, we're going to call it good. If you've been watching and you've enjoyed it, please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And we'll continue building on this in the future as time allows. Also, I have the RM Cascadian Growing Together series. A new episode's coming on Sunday. Episode number 2. We're going to make it. It's coming on Sunday. So please check that out if you'd like. And in the meantime, as always, thank you for watching.